Welcome to Saturday Morning Dooger. Hello, guys. How are you doing? Oh no, where did I put my tea? Oh, there it is. Found it. I was worried that I had left it because I originally set it down in Sam's area so that I could go upstairs and close the bedroom door because I was like, I always wake him up. I always wake him up when I do this. So, hello, everybody. Hi. What is strippin'? Is he a filthy alliance paladin? Or an alley pally, if you will? Yes, he is alliance. And when I did /horde and put a horde badge next to my name, he was like, I'm sorry, the wedding's off. I think this badge idea is fun, though. For those of you who are like, I don't understand why there are so many alliance and horde symbols in here. You can do /horde or /alliance in chat, and it'll give you a badge until you turn it off. It's part of like a promotion for the movie. And I'm like, I don't know how this promotes the movie necessarily, like aside from just Warcraft in general, but I still think that it's a cool idea. It's caused lots of friendly discord, you know, so I'm into it. Locked out Rogar. Deskamoogle, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new burrito. You might be looking for a sound, a beautiful, wonderful sound that should be happening right now. When I go to launch the little thingy that's supposed to have my alert in it, it just freezes, and it's been doing this all morning, which is one of the reasons that I restarted my computer. Sorry I'm starting a few minutes late. It's because I restarted my computer. But yeah, it just sits there, like, I don't know what you want me to do, dog. And I'm like, but I have the best sub-alert sound ever now. So I need you to step up, Twitch alerts. I need you to step up. Maybe if I just, like, restart the site altogether. Let's try again. Sorry, this is probably loud while I'm typing. My bad. It's my very first stream. Ender Kid, welcome! Welcome to the stream. It is Saturday morning for me. It is 10 a.m. And since we've been doing the Friday morning streams at 6 a.m., 10 a.m. feels like a fucking breeze. I was like, gonna leisurely roll out of bed, turn on the kettle, play with the kitties, restart the computer. I was just like, meh. The 6 a.m. streams are straight up. They start at 6, right? And at 5:50, I'm like, okay, oh god, like rolling out of bed. I'm new here. What are you gonna play? I would love to play some Overwatch, I'll be real with you, but I'm probably gonna make a straw poll. We've been making our way through Darkest Dungeon, which has been really fun, but it's taking a while. I've done a lot of Darkest Dungeon streams, so if you guys would rather see me play something totally different, I'm super cool with that. I wanted to check out the private match settings, like if you could just make a match with a password, and if that's the case, I would love to play with some subs, but I didn't get a chance to really like look at it and see how it all works. So why is there so much horde here? I don't know. Maybe because I'm horde and so I attract hordes. No Dodo Army stream. I haven't gotten back into Ark at all. They've been doing the Blackrock Viking stuff, and Sam and a few other people are doing mermaids, which is pretty great. But I haven't touched Ark again since all my dodos got taken away. Even non-subs will know the password will be butts. Well, now that's not what the password will be. So, Zafril, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new burrito. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day. You know what? Okay, for both of you subs who missed out on the Wayne June sound, because it's so fucking good, I'm gonna try and recreate it. Welcome, you cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe. There you go. Yeah, if you guys are having a sound sync issue, try refreshing, because I don't see one here. And normally if there's a sound sync issue for everybody, I can actually see it on XSplit, which is kind of nice to know. And then I can always like refresh my camera and that normally fixes it, but Zuljinx! Welcome, you cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for becoming a new burrito. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. My armpits are itching a lot. Sorry, guys. I keep being like, hi, guys. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. How did you get that soundbite in the first place? It's amazing. Hi, Mackenzie. So basically, because I've been playing so much Darkest Dungeon, the audio team that worked on Darkest Dungeon had Wayne June, who is the narrator of the game, had Wayne June record like sub sounds and follower sounds, whatever people wanted, for specific streamers. They made me a sub sound that's amazing. So I've been using it. I've been using it for new subs, but Twitch Alerts is like, it like won't load at all. And it's really frustrating because I'm like, but I want people to hear it. It's so good. Is that Kagami Taiga? Yes, it is. It is Kagami Taiga. I was ragging on him a bit last stream because I'm not gonna go into it again. I can't do it again. I can't go into it again. But yes, that is Kagami Taiga. My sweet, fluffy boy. Not the best boy of Kuroko, IMO, but all of the boys are great, but do your murderer voice for the sub alert? I think I should keep my yandere self relegated, like just locked away in Dead by Daylight. And that's the only place that voice should exist. Murasaki Bara #1. Murbeck, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new burrito. Welcome, you cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Be in perfect health. Hope you enjoy the stream. I hope all of you enjoy the stream. Thank you guys so much. That's true. It was a little similar to the Flowey voice, except with far more Gasai Yuno thrown in there. That's a Future Diary Mirai Nikki joke. Midorima is best. Midorima is my best boy. If I was going to make a husbando list or a waifu list, right? Midorima would be the one who is like on my list. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a burrito. Welcome, you cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Thank you so much. As someone who has never played TF2, is Overwatch good for someone who is new to that type of game? I think so. There are obvious similarities there. I don't think that you need to have played one to get into the other at all. There's such a big variety of characters inside of the game that pretty much anybody can find a character that sort of syncs with them, that they can get into and understand, and then be able to, spread out into other characters. I know quite a few people who have never played a game like that. Aaron Sievers has never played a game like that. Happily Aaron. And she, for her, she's like loving it, right? Because she found a character that she thought was awesome. She started only playing that character and then started trying to play everybody else, So I think it's a much easier game to get into because there are characters that you can get like really attached to really fast. Junkrat is my baby. I know, he's my filthy trash son and I love him. Every time I say that, there's like one or two people in chat who are like, ew. I'm like, get out of here. I didn't like TF2, but I love playing Overwatch. Yeah, there's similarities in the way that they play, but there aren't enough similarities where it's like you're missing out if you haven't played one or the other. You know, they are very different games in terms of their aesthetic. So, come on, man. Come on, Twitch alerts. You loaded up the site. This is like a new high for me. So if you could just... God, what the fuck? What the fuck? I love Mercy. She's the best. Yeah, a lot of people that I know who haven't played games like that before, really, have gotten really, really into Mercy. Because she's very satisfying to play. She's actually very soothing to play in a weird way. And I think she's a good like starting point for a lot of people, because you're helping, you're supporting. That's why when I first started playing, I played a lot of Reinhardt, because I was like, I can put up a shield and help the team, right? That was like my way to contribute and sort of start to understand the heroes. Reinhardt was one of the first characters that I played when we were playing it at BlizzCon when it was first announced. Reinhardt, and I'm trying to remember who else I played when we like first tried it. Reaper. Is she the British chick? No, that's Tracer. Tracer is like a zippy, fast. She's like a distraction technique, right? If you're really good with Tracer and you can keep track of where you are, you can do a lot of damage and you can be more aware of your surroundings, right? For most people, a good way to use Tracer is to totally distract the team, to zip around behind them and like sort of like spread them out, get them distracted, have them chase after you, right? It helps if the whole team is grouped up and working really well together. If you can get in there and break that a little bit, like just use lots of distraction techniques, then it helps your team out. Which is why when they were trying to figure out the progression system and how to label people as like having done better or worse, and when they were trying to figure out how to make it so that more support characters wound up on the cards, like the top cards, right? They were saying it's hard because for some characters you might never kill anybody, and for some characters you might never heal anybody, right? Like technically in terms of stats that can be recorded, it'll look like you didn't do anything. But say if you're Tracer and you manage to get their tank to just follow you, or if you manage to just like scatter everybody when they were really, you know, contained and doing well, like those sorts of things are very helpful to the team, but they're hard to track. So it's just like figuring out what to do with different characters, like how to utilize them. Hi, Jeannie. Harassment can be huge. Yeah, harassing characters are great. I actually really love using Symmetra as a harassing character. She's so annoying, right? Like she puts up, she's technically a support because she can give shields. She gives like persistent shields until you die, but she also puts up tiny baby turrets all over the place. And she's such a good harassing character. If you can get around behind people and just like put down a bunch of little turrets and then just like use your beam, because she's a beam character and the beam zones in on whoever's closest to you. So it's not like Zarya's beam where you have to actually aim it, you know? You can be so annoying and you actually can get a lot of kills that way too. What is that moving figure behind you? This? I was given this a while back by one of you guys, not too long ago. It was when we opened a bunch of packages on Saturday Morning Dooger, like maybe a couple months ago. She's a little solar powered geisha, and as long as she's getting light, she'll just keep doing this forever. Nothing's better than getting a good ult with Zarya and watching your team go ham on him. Yeah, it sucks when Zarya pops her ult and the sort of people who can just fucking annihilate everybody are not there, right? If you can sync up Zarya's ult with almost anybody else's ult, it's obviously not somebody like Mercy's, but like say that I was on a call, somebody was playing Zarya, Octopimp, and then I was playing my sweet junk butt, right? If you can sync that up, it's, oh my god, if you both have your ults, it's game over, right? Because you suck all of them into this black hole, and then a giant tire shows up and explodes all of them. It's so good. Is that a katana behind you? Yeah, I have a lot of swords. Just ask Jeannie. For a while there, I used to have all of these swords hanging up above my head, next to my bed. And this is Earthquake County. This is a place that has a lot of little earthquakes, and people were like, you're gonna die. Like, those are gonna fall and kill you. You need to move those. So they've been sitting there for a long time. Do you recommend some games other than Darkest Dungeon and Overwatch? Yes, I promise those aren't the only games that I play. If I was gonna say that I have a favorite game, and I don't think that this is just nostalgia, because I've played it so many times and it still really holds up for me, it would be Chrono Trigger. I've been told that I need to give Chrono Cross a fair try, because when I was younger and I tried to play it, I was so disappointed that it wasn't Chrono Trigger that I just stopped. But I hear Chrono Cross is actually a really great game. Dodger, that was like 2 houses ago. It was 2 houses ago, yes. But it's still a thing that happened. So if y'all call it Chal, Giles. The sword plus Yandere voice. Those should never meet. Those should never meet each other. Have you played The Last of Us? I hate the aiming controls in The Last of Us. I really don't like the mechanics of Naughty Dog games at all. Like, I really hate them. So when The Last of Us came out, I went over to our friend Isaac's house and I watched Isaac play a bunch of it, because I was like, I don't want to play this. Like, I did want to play it, but it was so hard to get past the shooting mechanics. I just hated them. I absolutely hated them. They really just bothered me so much. Apparently the like remake, the remaster of the game fixes a lot of that, but I haven't given it a try. CSGO is pretty fun. I've played a little CSGO. I actually enjoy CSGO. I'm terrible at it, but it's fun. Naughty Dog should write movies, not games. There are plenty of people who really enjoy them. My brother loves the Uncharted games. Like, he can't get enough of that shit. And so it's been funny, because it's like the one thing that I can give him updates on as somebody who's like sort of in the industry. It's the one thing that I can give him updates on where he's so jazzed. I can be like, yo, dude, did you hear there's a new Uncharted coming out? And he was like, stop, really? I was like, yeah. And then when the trailer came out, I was like, yo, dude, have you seen the trailer yet? And he was like, oh. Because, he's like doing his music thing. He's not like actively paying attention to any of that. So for me to be able to be like, yo, dude, have you seen this? He's just like, oh, so excited. Uncharted 4 was so great. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's very good. Oh my god, I'm so excited though, because for those of you who don't know, if you bought Overwatch, you get a free name change in Battle.net. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Because I think my original Battle.net name was Tweaks, and then I tried to change it, and the only name option that I had when I tried to change it was Dooger Down. That was the only thing that would work. And now they like introduced a while ago. They introduced the whole like number thing so that you could have any name you want, right? But I had already used my name change, so I was like, fuck. Now, because I bought Overwatch, it let me change my name again. I was very, very excited about it. So now I'm Dex Bonus on Battle.net. Wait, really? Yeah, it's true. Oh, did they just give it to everybody? Oh, that's cool. Apparently everybody has it. So if you want to change your name. Because, like, Gerard didn't know that. And his name was something ridiculous. It was so funny because I just added him on Battle.net. And I was like, your name is hilarious. And he was like, yeah, I kept trying to get, you know, like, my name, but I couldn't. And I said, dude, you can have any name you want now because of the numbers. And they, like, they're letting you change it right now. And he was like, oh. Why the name Dex Bonus? Well, at this point, like, that's what I use for everything. But I actually really like the name. I named my second channel Dexterity Bonus a while back. And obviously that's the name of my Twitch channel. Because of the nickname Dodger. I was like, oh man, well, in order to dodge, sometimes you need a good Dex bonus, am I right? And I thought it was so funny. So I named it Dexterity Bonus. And then, yeah, and then when I got Twitter, I think, is when I shortened it to Dex Bonus, because I think Dexterity Bonus didn't fit. And I've just stuck with Dex Bonus ever since. Honestly, if I could, I would change the YouTube channel and my Twitch channel to Dex Bonus, but with YouTube, it's like the biggest hassle in the world. I've tried to do it a couple of times, and with Twitch, they're like, you can't, we totally can't do that, even though we've totally done it for people in the past, but we just can't do it. And I'm like, come on. It's so clever. Thank you. What are your thoughts on Flying Witch now that the season is almost over? I'm a couple episodes behind, I think. I haven't kept up super well like the last week or so with the animus. If you go... Okay. I always say this, but I feel like people forget. If you go to hummingbird.me, like the actual bird, hummingbird.me, it's like a My Anime List alternative, and it's the one that I use. I'm Dex Bonus on there, and I keep that completely up to date with what I've been watching and how far I am into things. I'm caught up on Sakamoto Desu Ka, caught up on ReZero, I'm caught up on Tanaka-kun. I have one episode of Joker Game to watch. I'm caught up on JoJo's. I haven't watched the most recent episode of Kiznaiver. I tried to watch Netoge. Okay, so Netoge was a show. It was an anime that I was like, it was just not on my radar at all for this season, and I kept getting messages from you guys being like, you should really try out Netoge, since it seems like you didn't know about it, or it just didn't sound interesting to you. Like, it turns out it's pretty good. Sam and I watched 3 episodes of it, and we were like, we can't do this anymore. Like, it's just, like, it is not the show for me, guys. I couldn't, it was so cringy for me. I can't do it. Do you know of any of the Undertale AUs? That's so funny that you say that. That's so weird that you say that. Okay, so, I'm the sort of person that can just sit and watch speed paints forever. I love watching speed paintings. They're one of my favorite things that YouTube has to offer me. And there are a couple of people who do really, really good Undertale speed paints. I'm sure there's a ton of them, but there are a couple specifically that I always wind up stumbling on, and I'm like, oh, that's right. You do all of these really, really good things. So I've actually found out about a lot of Undertale AUs through that, and I didn't even know that they really existed, that they had become like such a big thing. I think Error Sans is my favorite. It's like the best concept to me. Yeah, I think out of all of them, really, Error Sans would be my favorite concept, just in general, you know? Like, all anime isn't cringy. It's not. But I get the feeling, Compound Interest, that you don't like anime, in which case, this is not the conversation for you. Oh, sorry. AU is an alternate universe. I'm so sorry. God. There are always terms like that I've used for so long. Like, spoiler, I know this will shock you. I've been like reading fan fiction and stuff since I was like 11 or 12. So, yeah. Terms like AU are just so ingrained as vernacular for me that I assume everybody always knows what it is. It's kind of like DM. For a lot of people, the word DM is like, well, that, like, obviously that means Dungeon Master, but not everybody knows that. It's just a word that you've used for, like, almost your entire life. Anyways, AU is alternate universe. It's when an artist or a writer takes characters that already exist in some form or another and then places them in a different universe. So, there are a couple that always wind up being the butt of most jokes, which is like the high school AU. When you just take like a bunch of characters from something and you're like, I'm going to throw them into high school and turn them into like high school stereotypes. Always funny. There's Omegaverse AUs. Mwah. Always the most trashy option. So yeah, AUs, alternate universes, mostly apply to fan fiction and fan art, but sometimes writers utilize alternate universes in their own stuff. My Hero Academia is great. For some reason, I really like the frog girl. Oh, she's so cute. Yeah, My Hero Academia, I've said this so many times now, so I'm sorry for being a broken record, but My Hero Academia has been great for me because I did not like the manga at all. And being able to watch the anime, I'm like, yes, the anime does it for me. The anime, like, is great. It's just, it wound up, for some reason, for me, it wound up being one of those stories where I was like, I'm really glad that the anime adds such a dynamic, active atmosphere to it, because the manga didn't feel that way. It felt like a really good story that was in sort of a stilted world, you know? Guys, no one look up Omegaverse, you'll be scarred. The manga is great, you fucking weeb. Here's my problem with the manga. Oh, Penguin in Space! Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new burrito. Thank you for supporting the stream. I hope you're having a lovely day. Oh, that's right. I have to imitate Wayne June. Welcome, you cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe. Thank you so much. Okay, my problem with the manga is that up to the point that I read, they were trying to convince us that we were existing in a world where over 80% of the people have quirks, right? It's like X-Men mutants, except over 80% of the people in the world are X-Men mutants, right? And we're supposed to look at Deku and be like, you are standing out because you don't have a quirk. You're standing out as like this non-mutant in a world full of mutants, right? And then we would see the world and everybody would look totally normal. Right? Like, unless it was a specific situation, it would just be people like, man, it's too bad I can't get on the train. I was like, can we, like, go to the corner store and see what kind of quirk the dude who works at the corner store has? Can we, like, please just pretend that more than just the main characters have quirks for, like, a split second? Like, it drove me crazy. It absolutely drove me crazy because I was like, you're not convincing me of anything. Deku does not stand out. to me right now, unless we're in the classroom and he's surrounded by kids who are showing off their quirks all at the same time, which has happened quite a few times just at the beginning of the manga. For the most part, it's just like him existing around people who look and act totally normal until the situation arises for them to act differently, right? And it drove me crazy because they established, like, some kids have wings, some kids have bird faces, and I'm like, great. Could you show me those people in that crowd of people who are watching this fight happen right now? It bothered me a lot. God damn it, I just Googled Omegaverse. They tried to stop you. They tried to help you out, man. It's not my fault. Yes, of course I've seen Free. Deku's mom has a quirk being super cute and awesome. I know, right? Adorable. Free, the swimming anime, my sister loves it. If you guys haven't watched, 50% off, you totally should. That's Octopimp's abridged version of Free, and it's so good. It's so good. How much coffee would you say you drink on a regular basis? Maybe a cup a day. I'm not excessive at all. I really like coffee, but I'm not excessive with it. What quirk do you think you would have? Farts? I don't know. I don't know what my quirk would be. I have to think on that. It's different from... It's kind of like when Avatar The Last Airbender was super big, right? And everyone was asking each other, oh man, if you could be any type of bender, what would you be? And that's a very different question from, like, the question of what do you think you would be versus what would you want? Those are so different to me. So when I would watch Avatar The Last Airbender, I would be like, fuck, I want to be an earthbender so bad, right? Because I just, like, there's something about earthbending that is so awesome and satisfying to me that I was like, fuck, I want to be an earthbender. Like, there's no question. There's absolutely no question in my mind. I would want to be an earthbender. Would I be an earthbender? I don't know. Because it's another one of those fucking universes where they're like, I mean, for the most part, the people who are, who are able to be benders of one thing or another are of a certain disposition. And I'm like, well, fuck. But, like, I don't know. There's just something so serene and powerful about earthbending that's what I would want, So I would hope if I were to be teleported right now, if right now I were to disappear in front of your eyes and it turned out that I was being teleported into the Avatar The Last Airbender universe and they were like, wow, you're the chosen one. Except you're not the Avatar, you're just a different type of chosen one. I would hope that I would be an earthbender. I would peg you as an airbender. I don't think that I'm serene enough for airbending. Like, mentally serene. Like that's what I'm talking about, right? Is that earthbenders are always characterized as being very, like, go with the flow, so to speak. Very mentally peaceful. And I'm not that way. I know that I'm not that way. That's the farm girl talking. I do, yeah, probably. Like, I don't know how to say this without it sounding so stupid. But like establishing a connection with the ground is like a powerful idea to me. And I think it is because I spent my whole childhood like like working with soil and planting things and doing stuff like that, landscaping and all of that, that like, I don't know. When people say that they really want to be able to fly, I don't really care about that. Like, I think it's cool to be in a plane, but if I had to choose an ability, I wouldn't want wings or the ability to fly. Like, I don't care about flying. When people say that they're like drawn to water, that they always want to be at the beach or they want to be like on a boat, I don't really care about water either. It's, for me, like, if it's the beach or the mountains all day. Like, I just want to be like in the woods in a cabin chilling. Like, that sounds like the perfect universe for me. Be the cabbage bender. Oh god, I'm just the side character. No. Sam would be a firebender. There's like no question whatsoever. What are you gonna play later? I'm gonna straw poll it and see what you guys would like. Wasn't the question what quirk would you have? Yeah, but I have no idea. Having a quirk or like being a mutant, that's so broad. That's why I contained it into, let's talk about, like, even when you have 4 choices, sometimes it's really hard to figure out what you would be or what you would want, you know? If like you were to say, oh, there's a quirk that's going to, you know, showcase part of your personality, I would have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what mine would be. If I could just shapeshift, if I could just like shapeshift into animals and shit, that would be great.
Oh, Sherlock. Yeah.
For those of you who want an update, Sherlock's doing very well. Any of you who don't know, Sherlock had 14 teeth taken out. It was kind of a surprise. We thought it was going to be like 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6, but it wound up being 14. And he's doing very well. He seems very happy. Huh. He's been sleeping and snuggling a lot, and yeah, he's doing good. Watson keeps hissing at him because she's a bitch. It's because cats, when they go to the vet and then come back, they smell super weird. And so if you have 2 cats and one goes to the vet and comes home, the other cat will just be like, ugh, and feel weird about you. Literally all night, you could hear Watson hissing, and Sherlock is over it. He's so over it. He just sits there and lets her hiss and is like, are you done? It's so dumb. How many teeth do cats have? Like around 30, right? You have like 30 adult teeth, something like that? Is Sherlock still large? Yeah. He's a big kitty. But basically, like, okay, I'm gonna put this in short terms because I've told this story already. But Sherlock had been acting like a little weird, and I knew that because he has Khaleesi, we know that his teeth are gonna have to come out sooner or later, because his mouth overreacts to plaque. This is like this immune disorder, so he has like really, really bad gum disease that takes a toll on his whole mouth. So I was told, okay, in like a year, bring him in, we'll look at his mouth, and he had been acting weird, so I was like, I'm just gonna bring him in and we'll talk about the teeth thing. And when they opened his mouth, a few of his teeth were wiggly, so they said, yeah, we should definitely take out the teeth that need to come out. We won't take out teeth that don't need to come out because that can be really stressful for the cat, but we'll, you know, if you trust us, we'll go in there and see what teeth, you know, really need to come out and are causing him a lot of pain. And I was like, great. If it's gonna make him feel better, if he's gonna like come home and be like a whole new cat because his mouth doesn't hurt anymore, that would be fantastic. So yeah, they called me and they were like, hey, so took out 14 of those teeth. I was like, Jesus Christ. But they're so awesome, guys. Oh my god. They listed all of the teeth as minor extractions, which is amazing. because if they're not minor extractions, they cost a lot more. So they listed all of the teeth as minor extractions, even though they weren't. They gave him a bath. They clipped his nails. They did like all kinds of extra stuff for no charge. So it wound up not being much more than they had initially told me it was going to be. And when they said 14 teeth, I was like, it's going to be like double. Like, that's going to be so much money, which is fine. You know, if he's like happy and feeling better, then it's fine. It's worth it. And I have pet insurance, so I'll deal with it. But I was just like, Jesus, 14 teeth? Can he eat? Oh, yeah. He can eat totally fine. That's the thing that's super weird. That's the thing that's so weird about all of this, is they were like, yeah, the first night, maybe mix his food with a little bit of water, but by the next day, he'll be eating perfectly fine, no problems. And I was like, that doesn't sound like a real thing. It's true. He's like eating totally fine. Did your vet want free publicity? They don't know who I am, guys. Cats can have, like, basically all of their teeth taken out and still eat anything, because they don't really chew it up. So even cats that have no teeth can still have dry food, which is bizarre to me. Why are you not streaming with Sam anymore? We streamed Dead by Daylight together. He's been doing like lots of different projects and stuff with his buds. Like, he's been waiting a long time for Benji to be free to do One Bro and stuff like that, so. Yeah, the teeth. So, like, then the question, right, is, well, then why do they have teeth in the first place? It's because in the wild, they have to down stuff, right? Like they have to grab things and be able to kill them. And most felines, for a lot of felines, that means, like, using your teeth to sort of, like, rip out the throat, or, you know, you utilize both your teeth and your claws to take down prey. And you need, like, a good set of chompers in order to have something that's alive be suddenly dead so that you can take it home. So, that's normally what cats use their teeth for. They don't really chew up food at all. I just tuned in, and what the heck am I listening to? I was giving everybody an update on Sherlock, and I was saying that even though he has half of his teeth taken out, he can eat totally fine. And they were like, that, what? Yeah, they're cute. They're cute little murderers. Cuties are. My computer's trying to go to sleep. Don't you dare, you piece of shit. Don't you dare. Will you and Sam ever get a dog? We would both love to have a dog, but we both feel pretty strongly that, like, if we like bigger dogs, and we don't want to get a bigger dog if it has nowhere to run, you know? So we're like, okay, we'll wait to get a dog until we have, like, a yard where they can run around and you know, exercise whenever they need to. Can we see Sherlock?
Sherlock, where are you? You were just right there. There you are. Oh, he's asleep. He's a little sleepy ball. I'm gonna let him keep sleeping.
Not good for apartment living. Dude, there's a guy here who has a Great Dane, like a huge Great Dane. It's way bigger than me. And she's so cute. And a lot of people say, oh, Seaton 999. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new burrito. Welcome, you cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and enjoy the stream. A lot of people would say that, like, if you get the right Great Dane, they're fine in apartments because they sleep a lot. But, like, I can't imagine having a dog that big in an apartment. And I've even been there when that's been happening, right? Like my old roommate Mike, he used to have a huge Great Dane named Kaylee. And that was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. I started a Dark Souls 3 character named Death Bonus. Yes. Gotta bring those Borceruses back, man. Saying the Great Dane is bigger than you really isn't saying much. Most big dogs, like actual large-sized dogs, are bigger than me, to be fair. So I'll go along with that. What happened to the sub sound? I'm having a lot of trouble getting Twitch alerts to do literally anything. Checking your browser. Okay. Alright, wait. We might be good. You see this? You seeing this right now? We've got the box, but it's not turning green. And if I hit the test sub alert button, nothing happens. Other streamers are having the same issues. Okay. Then I'll just keep mimicking it. I'll just keep trying to mimic it. Your Death Bonus voice was weirdly ASMR to me. Was it still ASMR when I was demanding that you never leave me? It was so fun. Oh my gosh. What happened to the blue hair? It's time for a change. It's time for a change, yo. I'm thinking about getting some bangs, some fringe. Been thinking about that for a while. What's ASMR? ASMR are videos or sound bites that people can use to fall asleep. Tiberius Whistlebottom, thank you so much for the resub. Such a long-term resub, too. 2.5 years? No, just a little over 2 years. It's awesome. ASMR is, like, something that you would play that would help like, get you into this sleepy zone. And it's different for everybody. For some people, like, Krender has a video, I think, that's just him typing. It's just the sound of him typing. And it has so many views on it because people use it as ASMR. Get a widow's peak? I'm pretty sure that's a natural thing that happens. I have watched Kisniver, yes. Is it on the channel Goodnight Krender? Yeah, it is. It's youtube.com/goodnightkrender. It's so weird. I love it. I grabbed a channel name that I would use if I was going to do ASMR videos. Just in case I ever decided, like, yeah, this is the path I want to go down. I have an aggressive widow's peak and I don't like it. But think of it this way. So does Vegeta, and he's a badass.